You ever get that thing, where like you're freezing and you just think about turning the heat up and then boom, your smart thermostat's like, yep, already on it.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky, right? But it's also a glimpse into this whole world of like interconnected machines, the industrial internet, which is what we're diving into today. We've got this awesome TED Talk by economist Marco Annunziata to unpack, plus some seriously interesting research on how the internet's already shaking up the business world. Get ready, folks, because we're about to explore a future where machines are practically thinking for themselves.
It's wild.
So when we say industrial internet, what do we actually mean? It's not just like Wi-Fi in a factory, right?
Right.
It's bigger picture machines actually talking to each other, sharing data like it's, I don't know, the latest office gossip, and then making decisions based on that, all without us humans lifting a finger.
And that's where it gets really interesting. Because, see, this isn't your grandma's internet. We're not talking about checking email or browsing cat memes. The industrial internet, it's about taking huge, and I mean massive, amounts of data, crunching it faster than you can imagine, and then using that to automate and optimize, well, everything.
It's like in Annunziata's talk, the example he gives with airplane parts, right?
Yeah.
These parts can actually tell the mechanics when they need maintenance, like, hey, things are getting a little squeaky over here, maybe a tune-up before I cause any trouble. No more unexpected breakdowns. Can you imagine?
It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so we've got machines chatting, scheduling their own doctor's appointments, basically. But why should we care? Why is this such a big deal?
I think that's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
But when you really connect it to the bigger picture, the implications are huge,
Yeah.
right? Because the industrial internet, it's not just about making things, a bit faster or a bit more efficient. It has the potential to completely change how we live and work, like from the ground up.
Totally.
Like imagine a world where traffic lights can actually anticipate when you're going to hit them and then adjust their timing accordingly.
Oh, my.
No more sitting at that red light fuming.
That would definitely improve my morning commute.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's just scratching the surface. Think about like manufacturing, transportation, even energy. We could be talking about incredible leaps in efficiency,
Yeah.
which means less waste, lower costs, maybe even solutions to some of those big, hairy problems the world's facing.
It's amazing.
In the TED Talk, Annunziata even talks about how wind turbines, if they can talk to each other, can generate way more electricity.
Or power, literally.
Literally.
That's incredible. But, and I hate to be a downer here, but it almost sounds too good to be true.
Sure.
Are there downsides? There have to be some challenges, right?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, one thing that really jumps out from the research we've been looking at, it's this. The companies that are really embracing all this, the ones diving headfirst into the industrial internet, they're the ones who are pulling ahead.
Really?
Yeah, they're seeing the benefits like firsthand, while others are getting left behind. This isn't some far-off future we're talking about. It's happening right now.
Wow. So we're talking about like a fundamental shift in how entire industries operate. But if companies that don't jump on this are at risk, I mean, what does that even mean for regular people? Are we all going to be out of jobs when the machines take over?
I hear that a lot, and it's a valid concern, right? But it's not about robots stealing our jobs, like in a sci-fi movie. It's more like, how do I put it? It's more about a shift, a recalibration of what those jobs actually look like.
Okay.
So, yeah, some jobs will change, but we'll also see a bunch of new ones popping up, ones that require skills in, say, designing, managing, even maintaining these intricate, interconnected systems.
Okay, so it's not just about losing jobs, it's about like needing new skills. So there are actually like a whole bunch of new opportunities opening up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about something like data analysis, right? As machines generate more and more information, we're going to need people who can actually make sense of it all, people who can spot the patterns, the insights that help us make smarter decisions.
It's like a whole new field of expertise.
It is. It's an amazing time to be in, say, data science, software engineering, stuff like that.
So it's all about adaptation, really. Learning how to work with these advancements, not be afraid of them.
Exactly. And that means we need to rethink how we approach things like education and job training. We got to give people the tools they need, the skills to really thrive in this new landscape.
It makes you wonder, though, about the people who might get left behind in this whole transition. How do we make sure everyone benefits from the industrial internet, not just a select few?
Yeah, I mean, that's the real heart of it, right? As we unlock all this incredible potential, this tech, we got to make sure it's actually benefiting everyone.
Absolutely.
It's not just about like efficiency for efficiency's sake or just making more money. It's about creating a future where everyone has a real shot. you know?
I'm totally with you on that. And it goes beyond just like, okay, let's retrain people for different jobs. It's
Wow.
bigger, right?
Mm.
It's about creating a culture where learning never stops,
Yeah.
where people are encouraged to adapt, to evolve alongside technology. We got to make sure folks have the resources they need, the support to keep up, to stay ahead of the curve. It's almost like we're on the verge of like a whole new industrial revolution, but this time it feels different. Like
Yeah.
this time we actually get to shape how it goes.
Hmm.
It's exciting, but also, I don't know, kind of scary at the same time.
For sure. It's a big moment. No doubt about it. The choices we make now, today, the things we decide are important, they're going to echo for generations.
No pressure, right.
Yeah.
So as we're wrapping up our deep dive here into this whole world of the industrial internet, what's the one thing you hope people really take away from this?
I think the biggest thing is this. The industrial internet, it's not some abstract thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's not science fiction. It's here, it's real, and it's changing everything.
Right. And as we talked about, it's got the potential to do a lot of good, but it's not without its challenges.
Yeah.
It's like someone handed us this crazy, powerful tool. Now we have to figure out how to actually use it responsibly, ethically, for the good of everyone.
Couldn't said it better myself.
Yeah.
And that's going to take all of us, right? It's a conversation we need to have. Policymakers, business leaders, educators, everyone.
Yeah, everyone has a part to play in this.
Absolutely.
Well said. So as we close out this deep dive on the industrial internet, I'm left with this one question, something to think about. How do we take all this amazing technology, this potential, and use it to build a future that's not just more efficient, more innovative, but also more fair and sustainable for everyone? That's something worth thinking about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll catch you next time.